Hi everybody, it's a rainy, yucky day here today, and we actually had tornado warnings last night. So between trying to hide in the bathroom and going outside to see what destruction was going on, there was no destruction. It was just a lot of rain, moderate winds, but it lasted at least 45 minutes. So we live in the country, so we don't mess around with tornadoes around here. But anyway, I had a chance to get to all of my plants that we went out of town for a week, so I wanted to come back and start, taking care of some of the plants I have. So anyway, I'm out here in the garage in my workstation, so let me show you what I've been working on. So here I've got some propagations. I don't know if you remember from my last video, I had a Mangula Pothos, and I propagated it, and I just finished repotting it in this 6-inch pot, and I'm gonna stick it in these. I got like a bunch of these off of Amazon, and anyway, it's just absolutely beautiful. I watered them with some diluted fish fertilizer, so I'm just kind of letting them drain. And here I have a variegated neon Dracenia corn plant. Now, the thing about this thing was it was part of a funeral arrangement, so it was by itself. And, usually these are planted with a couple more. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this thing? So I stuck it in a pot, and it's just been increasingly sad. So I repotted it in along with some neon pothos that I have. I propagated these. They've been sitting in the windowsill. And hopefully it'll give the poor thing some more moisture, and it's just going to be weird because it's, I probably should have cut it off and maybe propagated it a little bit lower, just make it shorter, because I'm not sure how tall these are going to get, but this is going to get taller. So anyway, it just may end up looking weird, so we'll see. But check this out. This is a Golden Gate Peperomia, and I found it. Where's that price tag? There we go. $3.98 at Ingles. And I mean, I don't know, I thought it was a steal. I saw it across the other side of the store, and I was like, hey, I don't have one of those. But anything with variegation, anything that I don't have, usually I'll run towards it because it looks familiar. And then I'll research it once I get it, and kind of cross my fingers that it's not going to be too high maintenance. But yeah, this little cutie, I'm extremely proud about it. So about 2 weeks ago, check this out. Golden Goddess Pothos. Found it at Walmart, just out on some sale table, crowded in with a whole bunch of other plants. It hasn't grown that much. It's only been maybe a couple weeks. I think I paid about $12 for it. Let me take it down here so you can see it. Now look, it's completely overgrown. I pulled this out, and the roots, it's just a compacted root ball. So I'm waiting on a pot. It should have been here yesterday, but because of the storm, it's delayed. But I'm gonna pot it up. It's in a 6-inch right now, but I'm gonna pot it up, I think, to an 8 or a 10. I thought about staking it, but you know what? I just love how it organically is just doing its thing. It's flopping over, it's moving towards the light. I don't know where I'm gonna put it because, it does require a high amount of light, but I'm running out of room in my southern window area. The front of the house is south facing, and I'm kind of running out of room, so I need plant stands, and I need to start hanging stuff from the ceiling. But anyway, that just a steal for $12. And I don't even know if it's trendy. Here's my thing. I don't care about trendy plants. I know plants get really expensive once they're trendy. And this one, I just knew it was beautiful. Okay, so, if you can find a expensive plant for cheap, I'm all for it. If you find a cheap plant for cheap, I'm all for that too. But anyway, I just was just completely amazed at this plant, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And fish fertilizer, it's putting out new growth, and I just can't wait to see what it does. So this Croton down here, okay, let me get it. Found this at Kroger. I was running in, and you remember that Kroger I was telling you about? I keep getting all these plants from. Anyway, I saw that it was outside, and I saw a sale sticker, and I was like, you know what? I don't have one of those, but variegation, again, it lured me in. And actually, I could tell by the leaves just in touching it that, you know, sometimes you just know instinctually that it's not going to be a high maintenance plant. You can just kind of feel it in your bones. I'm like, this is stiff, you know, it's a little dry, it looks kind of familiar. But okay, so check this out. $6. $6. $6. Okay, so I know these are used. Now this is some. Okay, I think it's a Stargate or Gold Dust. I think it's a Gold Dust Croton. But I've already ordered a basket to put it in. I'm resisting the urge to put it immediately in the house. But remember what I told you? I ended up with mealybugs because I brought my Monstera into the house too soon. And I'm still messing with those things. Luckily, it only seems to affect, you know, a couple plants. I've just, you know, really for the most part, I've just been spraying all of my plants with neem oil. If it's not going to hurt them, it's just part of their treatment. I'll water them once a month, you know, neem oil them or insecticidal soap if I see any of those little buggers. But anywho, isn't this beautiful? I love it. And I've got like a woven cotton rope basket that I'm going to put it in. So anyway, thought that was a steal. So out here, so pretty much all of these plants are in some sort of quarantine. These guys are going back into the house as soon as they finish draining, but all these guys here, the Peperomia, the Pothos, and this Croton, I bought them within 2 weeks of each other, and so I'm going to keep them out here as long as I can possibly stand it. I got to check the soil for this one just because, you know what, it could have some root rot. The soil just looks kind of meh, but I don't want to disturb it too much. One of my ivies that I bought from Kroger that's in quarantine, I watered it because it was dry. It seemed dry, so now it's limp and dropping leaves. So it was perfect, and then I guess I touched it, and then now it's unhappy. So it's off by itself, dealing with whatever it needs to deal with. So the soil in this is relatively dry, but you know, they just water stuff at, you know, grocery stores. They don't know anything about taking care of plants, or they don't really care. They're there to move product. So I'm going to look through this, probably dig in a little bit, and just let it dry out and see how it does over the next month or so before I take it into the house. These are my Monstera babies that I propagated from the mother, and it's just because she really needed to be trimmed, and they've been out here in the garage because she had mealybugs. I'm pretty sure they do too. So they're out here not only growing because this is a south-facing window and it gets a lot of light. It's warm out here. We've got the fans going for air, and I just water them, let them get nice and hardy. I actually didn't water propagate these. I stuck them right in the soil. The one that I propagated, the first one, was water. So maybe I'll do water again. I think that may be my preferred method. Just because just trying to keep up with propagations and keeping them moist in soil is just way too much for me, in addition to trying to keep up with the watering schedule for all these plants I have. But anywho, these are probably going to go back into the house once I think that, you know, they're mealybug free, but I just sprayed them because I saw one. So they're gonna stay out here because I don't know what to do with them, and I definitely don't want to give them to someone if they've got bugs. But like I said, I am running out of room with these plants, and I had aloe vera in here, but I stuck them outside because I can't. There's so many of them that, I mean, they rapidly propagate, and I have tons of them. So I don't think I want to sell them on eBay or anything. So I've been giving them away, but it's just too many of the little things. So anyway, they're outside, but they're usually in here. So since the weather's been getting kind of cool, I may just bring all my plants inside after I debug them. And so anyway, there we go. Just a couple plants that I have. This is my little workstation. That's where I keep my vases, additional pots, just soil and moss and a couple of things. And it's kind of intermingled with my husband's. It's like our partial painting studio, all-purpose work on stuff, plant area, storage. You know how that goes. So anyway, just a quick little video. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll keep you updated on the progress of these guys, and hopefully I'll find a place to put them in the house. Talk to you later.